Hello and welcome. I'm Jamie Morgan. I'm so glad you're here and that you chose to opt in to get my free guide to attracting your partner and your perfect match. I know that it's possible. I know because I've done it myself. I've witnessed it in my own life in how everything happens so magically with my partner, Justin. Hey, we've both been divorced. We've both been there. We both had I had a 15-year marriage and 2 little boys. So I've been through the hard stuff. So had Justin. And it was when we dove into these tools that we really showed up in each other's lives. I've not only seen it in my own life, but I've seen it with countless of my clients. And it is so beautiful to watch because I know that these tools work. So, are you ready? Grab a pen. You'll be able to watch this over again if you need to, so you can sit and listen the first time if you want. But make sure you're writing these things down eventually and really start holding yourself accountable to making these changes in your life because you're going to see a shift happen. So the first thing you need to do is you need to really get clear on who you are. Who are you? Like the essence of you. This isn't about what you do. That's important too. I know like many people, I'm a mom, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm a coach, I'm a speaker, like all of these things, right? Those are important, but it's not the essence of you. Who are you? So you need to get clear on that and start being able to find the courage to show up as her. When you show up authentically as your true self, you just radiate different energy. And it feels different within. You start to feel different. You feel lit from within is a term I use all the time. And so I want to get you to that place. So start writing down and really thinking on who you are and see if you can make the connection between knowing who you are and showing up in all situations in your life as her. The second thing I want you to do is learn to love and accept yourself. Now that's a big ask, isn't it? But what I find is what happens as we write these things down and start thinking about who we are, organically over time, we start to accept ourselves a little differently. So start paying attention. Also start noticing what's happening in your thoughts and in your mind about yourself. If you're catching yourself in self-deprecating negative thoughts, you need to really recognize that and change the narrative. All right. The next thing is I want you to really, this is important. I want you to get clear and so specific about what you want. Now be brave. There is no judgment. When you're doing this, you can't care about what anyone else thinks, worried about they're going to think you're this or you think they're that or you're asking too much. You're not asking too much. If you want $1 million every year, write it down. If you want a man that buys you flowers every week and you want to travel with them and you want somebody to share in all life's adventures or just have somebody to go on date nights with and somebody that loves you more than you've ever been loved in your life, you can have that. Write it down. I want to know all the specifics. I use an example called the GPS example when I talk about this because why it's important. When you get in your car, if you don't put in that specific address into your GPS about where you're going, all right, you leave your driveway and you might drive to Timbuktu, you've wasted a whole tank of gas, you're lost, you're in the middle of nowhere, and you didn't reach any destination, not even close. But if you had put in a very specific address with the house number, the street, the city, the country, every detail about that destination, that goal, that person, that place, that thing that you want, your dreams, not only are you going to get there, guaranteed, you're going to get there in the fastest way possible, spending the least amount of gas or energy. And it's the same in life, so get specific. Okay, so start writing it down in so many details and don't be afraid. Next, I want you to follow your gut. Now, if you're saying, Jamie, I don't know how, I don't know what my intuition feels like, I'm not intuitive. Well, I beg to differ. I believe that we all are, that it's something you're born with. But I want you to start tapping into that a bit. And I want you to remember in the small situations, to try tapping into it a bit. Remember that with every choice, it's either a hell yes or it's a no. Knowing that when you're in the grocery store and you're picking between two different types of soup, start playing with it. Which one is an easier? Which one feels like it's in flow with you? It's an easy choice. Or which one are you waffling on? Or if you're at a restaurant and you're trying to decide what to order, it's like, well, I might get the eggs and toast, or I might get the hash, but I don't, the hash has got this, and I'm not really sure, but I kind of want it because it has... Okay, you don't want the hash. Look at all that right away. I really easily said the bacon and their eggs and toast or whatever. But the hash, I had all of these, but you're still waffling. Well, this is clearly the no. So see if that example helps you at all. But this is just one simple tool. I have many of them for tapping into intuition and how you can start to play with it so that you can start to feel into your body what a yes feels like and what a no feels like, when it feels easy and when you're stuck in doubt. Okay, I want you to lean in and really trust yourself a bit more and practice with the small things so you're building that inner trust around intuition. So then when it comes to the big things like love, choosing partners, knowing when to walk away, that you have this well-practiced intuitive sense inside of you that you can use it in the big things too. I want you to learn how to recognize red flags. So this is so important, right? Because oftentimes I have clients saying to me, I seem to like always be recycling the same toxic relationships, or I have these same men coming into my life, and I don't want that anymore. Well, you have to learn how to recognize red flags and walk away. You need to be willing to walk away when it doesn't feel right, when the red flags are showing up that you've seen in your past and you know that it didn't work out well. So right now I want you to write down, what were the red flags that you ignored before? What were those red flags? Write them down so that now you're processing it, so you're going to have more awareness around it. So when they show up in your life, you're more likely going to be able to go, oh, there it is. This time I want you to take a different path. And that's going to take courage. And that's where the next step comes in, is you need to be willing to say no to the wrong people. You need to be willing. It takes courage. It's going to feel scary because you are. I know you are. So many of us have been afraid before that we're going to be alone forever. I'm never going to find my person. I'm going to grow old and die by myself. I know it's crossed your mind. All right? It's okay. You can attract your partner, and you will attract your partner if you take these steps, but you have to be willing to hold true to yourself and what you know intuitively, and you need to be walking away from the ones that aren't right, so you're making room for the people that are your right people. It feels scary, but you need to step into that fear. You need to shift your mindset. Your mindset is so important. What we think is what we are. Our thoughts become reality. It's so true. And you need to have the awareness to start catching yourself in those thoughts, recognizing, oh, there I go again, and shifting your thinking. I am going to find my partner. I am worthy. I am able to trust my gut. I am able to trust myself. And here's an important one. I am okay on my own. It's so important. All right. So really start tuning in to your mindset and your thoughts. Work on it religiously. What are you thinking? Is it working for you or is it working against you? You are going to have courage. This is another step. You've got to be brave. You have got to be so brave. And you need to be ready, because to be that courageous, you're going to have to really want it. How frustrated are you of being alone? So many of my clients have got everything. They've got beautiful cars, wonderful jobs, beautiful kids. They've got the life that they want, except they don't have the partner. And they start to feel broken. And this is where you have to become courageous and brave and willing to face fears, and you need to be committed. This is what I want, and I'm willing to invest in myself to do these steps to be able to make it happen. And the last tip I want to give you today is I want you to show up as you. I want you to be yourself. You are not broken. There is nothing wrong with you inherently. This is not why you're single. It isn't. Maybe you haven't had the confidence. Maybe you've been broken down over the years because of toxic relationships, and there's been insecurities that have built up and you've become unsure of yourself and who you are. But you are not broken, and the essence of you is still there. Maybe we need to uncover it. Maybe we need to get you feeling so good and so aligned, really in your confidence of that exact person of who you are. But you showing up as you will vibrate differently. When we have the ability to step into our confidence and show up exactly as who we are, who we've always been since the moment we were born, that person, that woman is magnificent. And when you show up as that woman, you vibrate with different energy. Have you ever met people that are magnetic? We all have. When you're around those people, sometimes we don't even know what it is about them that makes them magnetic, but you just want to be near them because it feels good to be around them. Well, those magnetic people get that way not because they have some magic power that we don't know about, but it's their confidence, it's their self-knowing and their authenticity. And when you're around that kind of magnetic person, it really does feel good. And I want to show you how to show up as that person. And that is when you start attracting things that are so aligned in your life, whether it be the love of your life and your perfect match, whether it be more money and finances and perfect clients that come into your business, whether it be opportunities that come out of the woodwork that you couldn't even imagine or expected. These are the kind of things that happen as you step into this really strong sense of knowing exactly who you are and having this courage to show up as her all the time. I hope that this helps. Like I said, watch this again, write it down, and start taking action. Remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. It's so true. If you want your life to change in any way, you need to be willing to do something different that you haven't already tried. Because if it was going to work, it would have worked, right? So you need to try something different. So write these down, step into making change in your life, commit, be brave. And if you want to have more help or you want to chat about it, I would love to guide you or give you some help along the way. By all means, reach out. And I'm so glad you're here. Have a wonderful day. I hope it helps. Mwah!